What is up, my friends? I hope you're having a lovely Monday. I hope you're having a lovely Monday. So, I have two main things I want to bring to your attention. So, make sure you like the stream. Follow me here. Follow me on Rumble at On the Air with Mark. Sub to my Substack at On the Air with Mark. So, let's get into it. Pop star dies in helicopter crash in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This is absolutely terrible. So Oliver Tree, Cowboys Don't Cry. One of my favorite songs. Okay, my friends, one of my favorite songs. So I'm pretty sure that we've all heard one of Oliver Tree's songs, correct? So his birthday is on June 29th. So so we are a few days away from his what would have been his 33rd birthday. So he has been killed in a helicopter crash. So that is just terrible. Did a passenger jump out? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. So it goes on to say here that credit to Pitchfork, it's Oliver Tree, quote, miss you, stop quote, life goes on, end quote, singer dies at 32 years old. That is absolutely terrible. So it says here once again, credit to Pitchfork. Tree was reportedly on board one of two helicopters that collided mid-air in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. One of the helicopters crashed into several electronic vehicles in a car dealership's parking lot, igniting a fire that was later extinguished, according to local police and fire departments. All six people aboard were killed, including DJ and producer Lucas Rito Chavez, the YouTuber known as Gaspy, and independent director and screenwriter Lucas Vignal. Tree was 32 years old. His famous bowl cut, and oh my god, what a shame, man. Just shy of his 33, his 33rd birthday. So my thoughts and prayers are with. Yeah, here's a photo of him with Steve-O. That's terrible, man. Terrible. So my thoughts and prayers are indeed with the the Oliver Tree family. So put rest in peace Tree in the comment section below. Let me know what is your favorite Oliver Tree song. So let's get into the Iran news now. So if you don't know, Trump kept going on and on about how there is most likely peace in the Middle East now, or he has a deal that is ready to be signed. So it says here, credit to NBC News, Trump and Iran reached tentative deal to end war, reopen Hormuz. So it says here that the United States and Iran have reached a deal aimed at ending the war that will reopen the Strait of Hormuz and lift the American naval blockade. A signing ceremony is set for Friday in Switzerland, mediator Pakistan said. So it says here that the global market soared after the tentative deal was announced, while oil prices fell more than $4 a barrel on the news that shipping may soon be restored to the key trade route. Quote, ships of the world, start your engines, let the oil flow, end quote, Trump wrote on Truth Social. But my friends, one thing I really want you to keep an eye on is what goes on between Israel and Lebanon. Okay, my friends, because this peace is tied to what happens between Israel and Lebanon. So if let's say Israel strikes, that means that the peace will be off, and right back to conflict we go, right back to the hamster wheel we go. Okay, so it says here that once again, credit to NBC News. Israel said this morning its forces won't. Israel said this morning its forces won't withdraw from land seized in Lebanon, while Iranian Foreign Minister and Aragachi warned Israeli attacks need to be completely halted and that the U.S. bears responsibility The deal was finalized despite an Israeli strike criticized by both Trump and Tehran. So first it has to so first it has to come down to a reopening the strait. So so once the strait is reopened, then they can get to the nuts and bolts of denuclearization when it comes to Iran. Okay, but this is multiple steps, correct? But but this is a very positive sign, especially when summer coming around the corner. Nobody wants to see high gas prices, even though prices always typically soar during the summer, especially here in California. Shit goes to the roof. Okay, my friends. So that's one thing that does make me laugh when Californians they bitch about high gas prices. We always have fucking high gas prices. So much red tape here, so much red tape. I was talking about how they are building a pipeline. Guess what? Yes, California is going to put red tape around that pipeline, so that pipeline should make gas much more affordable here. But yes, California, you would have guessed it. They love to put red tape around everything, thus meaning stable but high gas prices. Okay, but it is good for the rest of the country. So we are finally getting below $6, but it's still in the high fives here in California. But I will keep an eye on that. But with this, it does appear that now we have some sort of peace, and I really want you to focus in on how well the market responds. Okay, because a few weeks ago, that Friday, so it was 2 Fridays ago, major market dip, major market dip. My portfolio took a dump, but it's doing better now. So I really want you to focus in on that. Plus, I really want you to once again focus in on what happens between Israel and Lebanon. Okay, my friends, because that is tied to the peace deal between the Iran and the U.S. Okay, so that being said, make sure to like the stream, follow me on Kick at On the Air with Mark, sub to my Rumble and YouTube at On the Air with Mark, sub to my Substack at On the Air with Mark. So that being said, I hope you have a lovely Monday, and I hope you have an even better week, my friends. Stay safe out there.